my Virgo mind because he's a Leo and his.
What's your sign?
Pisces.
He always say, I know how Sagittarius is.
I mean, Pisces are known to be very deep, very emotional.
But it's like, you gotta step out that shit. We Leos.
Think, baby, I'm Aquarius. I started this gangster shit.
It's Aquarius and a Scorpio.
So I said, is it a Sagittarius thing?
Okay, so what happened with this Aquarius masculine and this Taurean femme? Well, let's start with the simple fact that they are both fixed signs. This basically means that they are not changing their minds, not changing how they feel, and not changing what they think or anything else about themselves. So they naturally bump heads. No, they don't see each other's point of view, and no, they don't care to understand why they are like they are. It basically comes down to the fact that they are both so stubborn that it can literally take years for them to admit that they made a mistake by even being together in the first place. Yes, it's that serious. Drew Sidora is a Taurus, which is an earth sign, and Ralph Pittman is an Aquarius, which is an air sign. So what do you get with earth and air? It would seem like you would get peace because it's very easy for air to coexist on earth, right? Not. These are fixed energies, which means they will go on their way without ever really having to come together. For example, earth has to come together with water at some point. Everyone keeps saying how this split is so shocking, but if you've ever watched Real Housewives of Atlanta, then you should know that it is no surprise at all. They both literally showed each other no love and absolutely no compromise, period. This man even refused to adopt her son. Aquarius always values the friendship part of the relationship more than anything else, and Taurus is definitely very thrown off by this compliment. Yes, if Aquarius calls you their friend, that is a compliment because they value friends over everything, even their own families. No cap. This is why they don't understand all that mushy stuff. It's just not in their energy. Of course, some signs can bring it out of them, but very rare. They would rather be alone until they find that perfect friend to be with for the rest of their lives. For real. Look at Gucci and his wife. They are clearly good friends. She held him down while he was in prison. Period. Look at Kevin Gates. Dreka is probably literally his only friend. No joke.
Oh my God! Bitch, oh my God!
Turn around, bend you over. I ain't leaving no leftovers. Dropping dick off in the morning.
Look at Rick Ross. Single. I mean, he's been linked, but he is clearly looking for that friend. Look at Dre. Him and his ex-wife were definitely friends. We ain't gonna get on Kirk and Rasheeda. They're literally besties. Like, do I need to keep going? Hopefully you can understand the unserious energy here. Taurus is interested in money and stability, and these people are very consistent in getting it. They want someone who knows how to talk to them and let them know what's going on because they are the boss. No, for real. Do not play with a Taurus. The more unevolved Taurus will also slap your ass if need be. Period. These people basically want to own things, and they are very protective over the things that they own too. People too. Yes, they own people. They like to think so anyway. Oh, and Taurus femmes are definitely the sugar mamas of the zodiac. And don't hate because you wish it was you. For a better idea about Taurus women, think about Candy or Lizzo. Hell, even Adele. Drew has a lot under her belt, and she has really stayed consistent. She was in TLC movie, White Chicks, several Lifetime movies, Step Up, Too Fast, Too Furious, several other movies, and of course Housewives. Everyone really remembers her from The Game on BET when she came in and swooped down on Derwin. Now let's look at what came up for Ralph. Okay, his IG name came up with previous questions asking, what does Ralph Pittman do? And it also says here on the side, Drew Sidora's husband. Can we just say out of her league? Okay, some people will never appreciate what we do for them, and it is best to leave them where we got them. It has been reported that Ralph is denying any of the allegations that Drew has put on him. And you can bet that's because he's probably going to try to be getting some of her money. Please don't get it twisted now. There are many happy Taurus and Aquarius relationships. The challenge is to overcome and accept people as they are, which is obviously a very hard thing to do, because if it wasn't, then we would all be happily married or in really happy relationships. All of us. Things tend to end in relationships when we just cannot accept someone, and that is okay, because happiness over everything. Big facts. If Taurus can wholeheartedly support Aquarius' efforts in the community or whatever it is he's working on for the people, then there can be some act right. But Aquarius must provide the romance that she needs oh so bad, and not. Being romantic is a total waste of time for an Aquarius. But they will accept romance from you, and they'll be there with you. We have seen on many occasions with this couple where Drew has had to literally make Ralph be romantic. And it was so unauthentic, she didn't enjoy it one bit. Aquarians require freedom, and Taurians are able to be alone for a while, but this is not a healthy arrangement.
That's what I love about them.
A lot of Real Housewives couples, they succumb to the dreaded reality TV curse. How are you guys making an effort to avoid that?
You know, we just stay in counseling. We're in counseling. I got a session later today. We literally just stay in counseling because I always think I'm right. He always thinks he's right. But I feel like also that's what you'll see in this season is our relationship. We are pushing through, and we're really showing what a relationship can look like when you choose to stay together and really be vulnerable and work through your various issues. You know, I think sometimes people give up a little too soon. And
Ralph was trying to vacate the premises as much as he possibly could. And he even flew off to Florida for a couple of days and didn't feel he owed her an explanation of where he went, because she should have understood as his friend that he needed a break. No, for real. Taurus absolutely hates change and will do anything they can to avoid it. So I can tell you right now, that is the only reason a relationship like this could even last as long as it did. It has been reported that Ralph told Drew a long time ago to go ahead and file for divorce whenever she gets ready. And I can definitely believe that, because he been done checked out. Taurus is very reserved and stable, while Aquarius is all over the place and out there and here and everywhere. Even with the sex, they probably bumped heads. Aquarius is a sapiosexual and can literally get off on virtual sex or phone sex or intellectual sex, anything like that. Taurus is a sensual lover. They have to touch. Taurus loves to touch and loves to be touched. So I can bet Drew was very sexually frustrated with her husband for the majority of this. I can only imagine the discomfort Ralph felt when Drew is requesting that he touch her all the time. Aquarius cannot stand too much closeness, as they are detached by nature. They are not 10 toes down, and they are not lovey-dovey. They will never care like Taurus wants them to. It's just not that deep. Drew probably thought that she would one day own Ralph, but you will never own an Aquarius. They literally go against the grain on purpose just to be different. And for the more unevolved Aquarians, they will go against the crowd just to say they are different. And even if that way makes no sense at all. Yeah, pineapples. Always remember, nobody is exactly the same, and we all have control over our own individual actions. Astrology should be used as a self-help guide for manifesting what we want. Astrology should not be used for effery, if you know what I mean. Never ever try to change anyone. Start with self and everything else will fall neatly into place. And the sooner the better. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and share the video. Thanks for watching. Personal readings can be booked on our website at blackastrologyatl.com. And you can also check out our tarot shop. Drop by and read your sign's monthly energy readings updated on the 1st of each month. Be sure to follow us on IG at Black Astrology Media. And you can also follow us at Black Astrology for astrology messages and tips.
The editors had a little fun with the gaslighting thing. And the viewers, I mean, we got a lot of tweets from people who say you talk over her, you belittle her. What's your reaction to that? And was there anything that you saw of your own behavior that made you think that was the case?
Watching it back was a little startling. I can see that sometimes the things that I may say to her may not necessarily be the best choice, so there can be times where I can adjust my own attitude.
Are you two still in therapy?
Yes.
It sounds like
Dr. Ken.
I mean, no, it's great.
And that's good for me because I'm a Sagittarius moon, honey. Yes, I'm very into astrology.